It's right around that time. Here we go. Phase 1 complete. Phase 2 complete. Now just one more step. One more step to get into that last Big 12 championship and a chance to hoist up that last Big 12 championship trophy. And what better game to have this final test of skill than against in-state rival Oklahoma State? And guys, I'm really excited about this Bedlam matchup this year. I am really excited because for the first time, there's no clear-cut winner. Oklahoma's not favored this time. Oklahoma State is by 2.5 points. That's a safety and a half. I mean, what is that? For the first time, there's no way of knowing who's going to win this game. Now, I know who's going to win this game, but of course I'm biased. I mean, duh. But there's no way of knowing who's going to win this game. This game is an in-state rivalry where you're going to take one great team and another great team and stick them in one stadium, and whoever's going to win is going to be the one to step out of that dust at the end. Guys, this is going to be a fantastic game. I mean, it's a toss-up. It really is. I mean, based on Oklahoma's performance on the road in the past, you know, some people are giving the edge to Oklahoma State because they're at home and OU's on the road. And, you know, I can understand just fine them doing that. Look, I'm not one of the ignorant OU fans who's just sitting here and saying that Oklahoma State is never going to be good and Oklahoma State is never going to beat us, because of course they're going to beat us. They're going to beat us eventually. I don't know what year that is, and I don't want them to beat us, but at the same time I realize that they are going to. And I will say this, I'm going to level with you Oklahoma State fans right here, right now. I'll level with you on this right here. I was wrong about your team this year. I can fully admit it. I am an OU fan, an OU alum. I can admit this right now. I was wrong about Oklahoma State this year. We all thought they were going to be crap. We did, because of all the talent they lost. But you know what? They put together one of the most successful seasons their program has ever had. Their first 10-win season with the very real possibility of representing the South in the Big 12 championship. If they beat us, they're in. If we beat them, there's not going to be a tie with A&M. If we beat them, we're moving up higher than A&M in the BCS, and that's the way it goes. But either way, guys, the winner of this game is going to have the extra burden on their shoulders of bringing that Big 12 championship trophy home, because whoever's going to win this game is going to go play Nebraska. And you can't let the Nebraska Cornhuskers get that last Big 12 crown before they skitter off to the Big 10. That can't be had. That can't be had, because with teams like Baylor and A&M and Oklahoma State stepping up their games this year, all of a sudden this conference doesn't look nearly so heavy-sided towards one team or the other. It doesn't look nearly so one-sided. This looks like a conference that can still be very competitive with each other even after Colorado and Nebraska leave. I mean, yes, does it mean we'll have to play Iowa State every year? Well, yes. But at the same time, Iowa State's coming up as a program as well. Guys, we have an opportunity to still be a competitive conference. I mean, we have no idea the long-term ramifications of those two teams leaving, but for the moment, let's just concentrate on this game. You can bet that we're going to go right back to the electric atmosphere of places like Kyle Field and Foro Field. Now, granted, Oklahoma State Stadium, I don't care how much money Boone Pickens pumps into it, it is never going to be the home of the 12th man. I mean, I'm serious. That kind of fanatical chanting and those kind of large numbers, not taking anything away from you guys, because you killed us fair and square. I already gave that up to you. But, I mean, Floyd Casey Stadium's not going to be that way. And Baylor Stadium wasn't that way either. I think that's, you know what I mean. Baylor Stadium was not that way. Missouri, that was the biggest game of their season so far. And of course it was a revenge game after everything we've done to them in Big 12 championships thus far. But also for Oklahoma State fans, this is not only a chance to have a season that redefines their football program, but also a chance to get out from under us after dropping 7 straight in a row to us. They want to beat us. Oh, they want to beat us. Trust me, you can tell by the way they call us UO and Gooners. Really? Really? At least come up with something more clever than that. But, guys, this has the potential to be the best and the most exciting Bedlam matchup since 2006, because in 2006 it came down on the very last drive. Oklahoma State receiver couldn't pull it down. The ball escaped from him, and they lost that game. And OU went on to beat Nebraska in the Big 12 championship. 2008 was a pretty good classic as well, but eventually OU pulled away and didn't look back. But this game, I mean, it's going to be a really, really tough contest. I can't wait to see Landry Jones versus Brandon Whedon, DeMarco Murray versus Kendall Hunter, Ryan Broyles versus Justin Blackman. And, Oklahoma State fans can make the case about their triplets compared to our triplets, but I'm sorry, I'm not going to look at guys like Brandon Whedon and Justin Blackman and say they're better than Landry Jones and Ryan Broyles, who have multiple seasons under their belts. That's one of the things we got to capitalize on in this game. Brandon Whedon and Justin Blackman have never looked OU in the face before in a game. OU has had the pressure cooker on them. I don't want to know how many times in the season, but this time the pressure is turned all the way up on Oklahoma State. We'll see how they react. And I want to cred Stillwater as a bad place, but OU's gone into Stillwater and beaten before. I know Oklahoma State fans are going to show up in droves and they're going to really cheer for this game. They're going to break out their paddles and again, paddles. I don't ask, don't tell. But guys, this is going to be a shootout because I'm sorry, Oklahoma State's defense is not good. They're not good. But then again, ours isn't that good either. I think Oklahoma State allows 390-something yards a game, but we're not that much better. We allow 360-something yards per game, and that is a statistic. But each game is different. Now we've already proven we can beat Kendall Hunter before, but we'll see how this happens. Again, this game is going to come down to when the big plays are made. Which team is going to make more big plays when? Which team is going to break through the other's offensive line more and get to that quarterback faster? Which receiver is going to make the most impact? Because Blackman's not the only weapon on the State's offense. They've also got Randall, they've got Bo, they've got other targets, which is why I'm looking for other guys like James Hanna, Cameron Kenny, Trent Rattery, Trey Millard. I'm looking for these guys to really to be more of an offensive threat as well. Guys, this is going to be a game where it's going to be decided by big plays. Who's going to make the most big plays and who is going to make the least mistakes? I anticipate a lot of screen passes to Murray and to Broyles because at the moment that's our trademark of our offense so far, but it's been very, very effective. We saw that against Baylor, but then again, Oklahoma State's an entirely different monster as it is. So guys, I cannot wait. Unfortunately, I have to work. I have to work that night, but then again, I'm an OU alum, and our sports director over at News West 9 is an Oklahoma State alum. So we've both basically agreed that whenever we can, we're going to be craning our